California, ayy.
California, no place like California.
C-A, all day. C-A, D-M-V-N-R-A, open mind, C-A. Sean.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Eagles are the least scored on team in the league, and they'll be up against the Packers offense that will need to rise to the occasion. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a good one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gotton. And, Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, their head coach has got to believe it in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the 2-time MVP in his 12th year now in the green and gold, Aaron Rodgers.
And a prime candidate to be a 3-time MVP. Hard to believe he threw 31 touchdown passes and 8 interceptions in 2015.
Didn't get it.
And we heard criticism, right? We heard people talk about how his game had slipped a little bit. All he needs is just a little more motivation. Look out for Aaron Rodgers in 2016.
They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, you come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and short. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Now a 1st down carry, it's Lacey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceeding.
False start, offense.
following the penalty now. Lacey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A first-time Pro Bowler from 2015, Fletcher Cox, in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now the Packers' first-year punter Jake Shum is on. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback. First carry for Ryan Matthews. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Ryan Matthews. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Greg Hardy there for the tackle. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So just 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Over, back 99, Philly! Here we go! Here we go now! Blue landing!
Play clock winding down. Looking to throw. And Salek here, left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Julius Peppers, some would call him the grand old man. He'd hate that. He just want to be a seasoned veteran who continues to make plays at a Pro Bowl level.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And the ball is knocked out, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Julius Peppers coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. And the play clock's running down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They begin the drive with Lacey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we played one quarter here on a Monday night. 0-0 our score. And we're back to Philadelphia after this. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Vinny Curry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And it brings up 4th down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Sproles. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got room. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
What often gets lost with Eddie Lacy when he's playing at his ideal weight is his agility and his quickness. But in this case, he's putting that together with his power. And with these early runs, if you're on the defense side of the ball, you've got to stop that now or you're in for a long, long game.
So it'll be first down here after the run. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Rodgers with a give. It's Lacy. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. Rodgers going to give to Lacy on the draw. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They come out here in the eye.
319!
Now Rodgers will hand to Lacy. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's got time, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw, it's Rodgers. Finding time. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And Crosby puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team, helps them start their comeback.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
But that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket. But that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 18 yards there and a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards on the pickup. And that leads to a Philadelphia 1st.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll give him the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Fresh set of downs here. And quickly they get to the line.
Here we go now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Good. All right, now look at this. No. Check. Patriot. Let's go. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that'll be incomplete. So we reach intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. The Eagles right now have a time of possession advantage, but it has not led them to taking control of this game. The Packers look like they'll be in this game for 4 quarters. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Packers is opening up on offense. Cox is going to take down the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. Eagles on offense. First quarter winding down. Will once again sack the QB. This will go for a loss of 7. Take it early in the second. They're going to get to the QB once again. This will go for a loss of 8. Eagles have it on 2nd and 5. The connection will be made from the gun. And it leads to a touchdown as they put the first points on the board. That'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's send it back up to Brandon and Charles in Philly.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. A beautiful fake. Come out throwing here to start the drive. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit, let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 99 Philly. Here we go.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Green 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his target. It's Matthews. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Set. 319. 319.
Back to throw again. Being chased out left. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! No. Me. Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt, maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright, but he got it to go.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Lacey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. It's brought in by Janis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. We're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Sproles, the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39! Green 39!
They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
Looking to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
All right, here we go.
Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue liner! Blue liner!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Another pistol look here.
319! 319!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Philadelphia 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So 2nd and 10 here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's the option going right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Their mobile quarterback, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Still on his feet. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. A dump off to Lacy. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They go play action for Lacy. Now Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
One back is Lacy. On 1st down, Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And again, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. It's brought in by Janis.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard that time, second and goal. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if this is a game plan, but they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. Rodgers now on third and goal. He's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are back within a score. And he knew he was going to take a shot in the pocket. He did, but he also found a way to get it into the end zone.
And that has to ease the pain a little bit of the shot he took, didn't it? Being able to throw it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch 47. Watch it now, boys. Here we go. 319. 319.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Strong left. Strong left. Strong left.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. He was looking to hit Ryan Matthews there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away. But oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They'll run the option left. Oh, spinning away. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
Let's go. Blue 90.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Leopard. Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye.
Blue 90.
First and goal from the 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. So this is the 2nd consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a camper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Here comes Cobb. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
319!
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Eagles, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.